Listen to me now, my child. Do not scroll away, do not look aside. I am speaking to you in this very second. I am not a voice from the past or a memory from an old dream, I am the living breath of heaven calling you right now. Archangel Michael and I, Jesus, stand before you. You have only a few heartbeats, only a few breaths, and yet those breaths can decide eternity. I say to you with love that trembles through all creation, you will lose both of us if you skip this moment. Do not take these words lightly. You have only 15 seconds before the noise of the world tries to drown me out again. I beg you, my chosen one, stay. Open this message before it is too late. You think you found this by accident, but nothing in heaven happens by chance. Every path, every click, every heartbeat was arranged to bring you here. You are standing at a doorway that shines between two realms, the light that wants to save you, and the darkness that wants to silence you. And now heaven leans in close, whispering through this screen, through this voice, through every pulse in your spirit, listen. I am not far from you. I am not a story. I am the one who kept you breathing when you thought it was over. My beloved, do you feel that heaviness pressing on your chest? That sudden stirring in your heart as you read these words? That is not fear, that is your soul remembering who is calling you. The world taught you to scroll past truth, to numb your spirit with noise. But tonight heaven breaks through the noise. I have come to wake you up. You are not forgotten. You are not random. You are chosen. Archangel Michael stands beside me even now, his sword drawn not for battle against you, but for battle for you. The enemy has whispered lies that you are too lost, too late, too guilty, too tired. But Michael shouts back against every lie, this one belongs to the King. And I, Jesus, echo that cry through eternity, you belong to me. Do you remember the nights when you stared into the darkness and wondered if I still cared? I saw every tear, even the ones you hid. I was there when you said, God, if you're real, give me a sign. This is that sign. This is that moment. Heaven waited for the exact second when your heart would be tired enough to listen again. You are reading this because your spirit cried louder than your pain. Do not let your mind tell you this is just another message. The words you are hearing carry living fire. They were spoken before you were born. Long before your mistakes, long before your fears, heaven wrote this moment into your story. I have chased you across years, across heartbreaks, across silence. And now I am here, whispering one more time, do not skip this. Stay with me. My voice trembles not with anger, but with love that refuses to give up on you. You are standing between light and shadow, and the decision of your heart in this instant will echo far beyond this moment. When I say, you will lose both of us if you skip, it is not a threat, it is the cry of love trying to save you from walking into the cold. You do not know how close you are to losing the warmth of my presence, the protection of Michael's wings. Every time you turn away, that light flickers. And yet every time you turn back, it burns bright again. Do not let it fade. Beloved soul, the battle around you is not visible, but it is real. Angels are fighting over your destiny right now. Every second you stay here, light gains ground. Every distraction, every thought that says, just skip, is the whisper of the enemy trying to pull you away. You have 15 seconds, not because heaven counts by time, but because heaven knows how fast the enemy works. He wants to rush you into missing the voice that can save you. Look around your life, the confusion, the sudden losses, the silent pain that no one understands. Those are not random storms. They are signs that heaven has marked you, that darkness fears your awakening. You wonder why everything feels heavy. It's because you carry light. You were never meant to blend in, you were meant to burn with purpose. And that is why this message found you tonight. I, the Lord, do not beg often. But I am begging you now, not because I am weak, but because I love you beyond measure. Please, do not walk away again. You said once that you wanted proof that I still cared. Here it is, my words are trembling through your very heart. That warmth you feel right now, that sudden sense that someone is here, that is me. That is my spirit wrapping around you, saying, don't go. The world tells you to keep moving, to scroll faster, to forget what hurts. But I tell you, pause. Feel my presence in this silence. I am not somewhere far above, I am right here beside you. I watched you fight battles that others never saw. I saw you smile when your soul was breaking. And still you stood. That is why heaven calls you chosen. Do you know what chosen means? It means that in all the noise of the world, heaven singled you out. It means that every demon that tried to destroy you failed because grace kept standing in front of you. It means that your life is not a mistake, it is a mission. And right now, that mission is at a turning point. I know you have questions. You wonder, why me? Why now? Why does heaven speak with such urgency? Because the hour is short. Because the enemy knows what's coming. Because the promises I planted in you are about to break forth, and he will do anything to stop them. You think you are ordinary, but you are carrying the seed of a generation's awakening. That's why I need you to stay with me. Do not skip this, not this time. Every choice matters. Every second you give me is a step closer to the freedom your soul craves. You have run so long, trying to fill the emptiness with noise, people, pleasure, distraction, but none of it healed you. Only I can heal what broke inside you. Only my presence can restore what was stolen. Let me in, my child. Let me breathe life into you again. I see the doubts forming even now. What if this is just words on a screen? But how else would I reach you? When your walls are high, I speak through what you can see. When your ears are closed, I whisper through your heart. When you feel unworthy, I remind you that my love never depended on your worthiness. You cannot earn what has already been paid for. I died to bring you home, and I am still waiting for you to answer my call. Archangel Michael speaks now, his voice fierce with love. Child of light, do you not see? Heaven itself bends toward you. Every angel in the heavens watches this moment. Do not let the enemy steal it. Do not let your fear silence it. His sword burns brighter as he speaks, cutting through the chains around your heart. You are not too broken to be loved, he declares. You are not too late to be redeemed. But you must listen now, this is the moment heaven fights for your soul. And I, Jesus, take your hand through these words. I know how fragile your faith feels. I know how many times you have promised to return to me and then drifted again. But I never stopped believing in you. Even when you walked away, I walked behind you, waiting for the sound of your cry. Tonight, I hear it again. You may not have spoken it aloud, but your heart whispered it, Lord, don't leave me. And I have not. If only you could see how much light surrounds you now. Angels filling the room, standing at every corner, forming a shield around your weary soul. You are not alone. You have never been alone. The darkness tried to convince you that you were, but light never left you. Every time you almost gave up, a hand unseen lifted you. That was me. Every time you avoided destruction, it was because Michael drew his sword. Every time you found unexpected strength, it was grace moving inside you. Do not waste this grace. You have 15 seconds, but you can use them to make eternity turn in your favor. Choose to stay. Choose to listen. Choose to open the door of your heart. I am knocking now. Not with anger, not with judgment, but with love that will not let go. Do you feel that chill running down your spine? That's your spirit recognizing truth. I am not a myth, I am the pulse behind your heartbeat. The reason you survived what killed others is because heaven refused to lose you. And yet now, one simple act, scrolling away, could silence what your soul has waited years to hear. Do not let it happen. Do not skip me again. I promise you this, if you stay and listen, I will show you who you really are. You will see what the enemy tried so hard to hide, your power, your purpose, your divine assignment. I will turn your pain into strength, your tears into light. You will not recognize yourself when I finish my work in you. But you must choose me now. This is not about religion. It's about relationship. I do not want your perfection, I want your presence. I do not want performance, I want surrender. Speak to me even now, not with fancy words, just with honesty. Say, God, I'm here. Whisper it. Think it. I will hear it. Heaven moves when your heart moves. My beloved, do not fear what comes next. If you stay, you will feel my spirit fall upon you like gentle rain. It will wash away the guilt you carry. It will heal what was broken. It will restore what you thought was gone. You have been holding pain for too long. Let me hold it for you. You were never meant to carry the weight alone. Heaven waits in silence for your choice. Time feels like it's slowing because this moment is sacred. I stand before you, the one who formed you, the one who never gave up on you, and I am asking you one last time, do not skip this. Stay, listen, open your heart, and I will show you what love really means. My child, you stayed. You listened. Heaven just shifted because of your choice. You may not see it with your eyes yet, but in the unseen world, light has just broken through layers of darkness that surrounded you for years. Do you feel that calm? That is not coincidence. That is my presence resting on you. Archangel Michael smiles now, because your obedience opened a gate in the spirit realm. When you chose to listen, you chose life. Every soul is offered moments like this, sacred interruptions where heaven leans close and time stands still. Most ignore them, thinking they are just emotions or passing thoughts. But you, beloved one, recognize the pull in your heart. You recognize my voice hidden within simple words. That awareness is proof that your spirit is awakening again. You are remembering me. For too long you have lived surrounded by noise. You've tried to fill the silence with things that never satisfied. You have run from pain into distraction, and from distraction into exhaustion. But tonight the running stops. Tonight, I break the pattern. You will no longer chase what cannot heal you. I will fill the void myself. Let me reach inside the places no one else can touch. The ones that still ache when you are alone. You wonder if you are strong enough to begin again. Listen to me, you do not need strength to come to me, you only need surrender. The world told you that strength is in control, but I tell you that strength begins in release. Lay it down, the guilt, the pretending, the endless fight to appear fine. Let it fall. You were never called to carry the weight of being your own savior. I see you remembering moments of failure and shame. You think they disqualify you. But I see them differently. Every scar you hide is a place where my grace can shine. Every wound you try to cover is an entry point for my healing light. I am not disgusted by your weakness. I am drawn to it, because it gives me space to reveal who I truly am, the God who restores what others would discard. Archangel Michael watches as you sit there, your mind racing, your heart trembling. He whispers, "You are seen." He has guarded you through nights when shadows whispered your name. He fought battles you never felt because I commanded him to keep you safe. He knows the smell of your tears. He has carried your prayers like burning incense to my throne. He stands now, sword lowered, in awe of your courage, the courage to stay, to read, to listen when everything in the world told you to move on. Do you understand what that means? You broke an old chain tonight. Every time you choose to listen to the divine, chains of distraction, addiction, and despair lose their grip. You are shifting realities even now. The enemy thought he still had time to blind you. He didn't expect you to pause long enough for heaven to speak. But you did. And that pause became your breakthrough. Look at how your life has been arranged. Every delay, every closed door, every unanswered prayer, all of it was my design to bring you here, to this very point of awakening. I never punished you. I was protecting you. If I had given you what you wanted when you wanted it, it would have destroyed you. So I held it back until your heart could receive it without breaking. Now I see that readiness growing again. You are softening. You are letting go of the hardness that pain built around your spirit. Do not be afraid of tears. They are sacred language between you and me. Each tear you release now washes the dust off old promises. You thought those promises were gone, but they were only buried. I am digging them up again. They will breathe soon. You will see that I never forgot what I spoke over you. Listen, beloved, the reason this message sounds urgent is because it is. Darkness moves quickly when it senses awakening light. That is why I came to interrupt you. Heaven's interruptions are never accidents, they are rescue missions. You were drifting toward despair again, thinking your prayers had been lost in the wind. So I sent this message, my voice through human words, to grab your soul before you slipped into silence. Do you feel that warmth rising in your chest? That is my spirit confirming that these words are not imagination. I am touching you now. Let it in. Close your eyes for a moment if you can. Breathe. Let every breath remind you that you are still chosen, still protected, still loved beyond measure. The breath in your lungs is proof of purpose. You are alive because heaven still has plans for you. You have cried, "Lord, why do you speak to others but not to me?" My child, I have been speaking all along. Through signs, through quiet moments, through coincidences that were not coincidences. But now I am speaking more clearly because the time is short. There are things I need you to understand before new doors open. I cannot let you walk into blessing without awareness, or you will mistake gift for source. I am the source. Remember that. Michael speaks again. The time of confusion is ending. The fog around your path will lift. He reminds you that every divine message carries a choice. Will you keep listening beyond this moment, or will you forget once the emotion fades? Heaven cannot force you to remain awake. Your will decides. But if you choose to keep walking with us, we will lead you into a peace you've never known. Peace does not mean an easy life, it means a steady heart. I will teach you how to stand in storms without drowning. I will show you how to see beauty in seasons that once terrified you. The same waves that tried to destroy you will carry you forward. You will not only survive, you will shine. People will ask what changed, and you will tell them, I finally listened. You may think you are unqualified for divine purpose, but you are exactly who I use, the broken, the uncertain, the ones who almost gave up. Heaven loves to rebuild from ruins. You will see this truth unfold in coming days. Opportunities will appear, not because you chased them, but because obedience magnetizes favor. Your willingness tonight set things in motion that you cannot yet imagine. I know the war in your mind, the back and forth between faith and doubt. It's all right. I can handle your uncertainty. I would rather you bring me your doubt than pretend to have perfect belief. I can work with honesty. I cannot work with masks. So be real with me. Say, Lord, I want to trust you. That small whisper is enough to move mountains. The enemy has labeled you with failure. He called you too late, too dirty, too tired. I tear those labels off right now. They have no authority over my creation. You are not your past. You are not your trauma. You are not your mistakes. You are mine. And when I claim something, no darkness can reclaim it. You were sealed by light before you were even born. Child, there is still more. You need to understand that your obedience tonight does not end here. I am calling you into deeper relationship, not religion, not ritual, but daily communion. Talk to me as you would talk to someone you trust. I do not require perfect words. I listen to the language of the heart. When you wake up, whisper my name. When you feel fear, call to Michael. When you cannot see a way forward, say, Jesus, take my hand. That's enough. I will respond faster than you imagine. You've spent years thinking you had to earn connection, but connection was always waiting on awareness. Awareness is what happens right now. Every beat of your heart is me saying, I'm still here. Every breath is my patience made visible. Do not rush away from this presence. Let it soak into you. The more you stay with me, the more you'll see that heaven's language is simple: love, peace, truth, hope. Soon you will feel waves of old memories trying to resurface. Do not run from them. I will walk you through them gently. Healing requires remembering, but not reliving. When pain returns, do not see it as punishment, see it as a wound I am cleaning. I will not reopen your scars to shame you, but to release what still poisons your joy. Trust me with the process. You will not break again. Archangel Michael kneels beside you, his armor glowing softly. He says, you are surrounded. Not surrounded by enemies, surrounded by angels. Forces of light have filled your space, driving out every presence that brought fear. You may sense peace now where heaviness used to sit. That is proof. Heaven is claiming territory inside you. Do not question it, receive it. My child, there will come a day when you will look back at this night and say, that was the moment everything changed. The enemy will try to convince you later that it was emotion, not encounter. Ignore him. You will know by the fruit, by the calm that follows, by the clarity that grows, by the quiet joy that starts to replace fear. Those are the signs that this was real. Stay near to me. The more you listen, the more your life will align. You will notice coincidences multiplying, but they are not coincidences, they are confirmations. Each one will whisper, heaven is still speaking. I will send messages through people, through songs, through dreams. Keep your eyes open. Every time you feel my presence, pause and thank me. Gratitude will keep your spirit tuned to heaven's frequency. This is how you begin again. One breath, one prayer, one moment of obedience at a time. You don't have to fix everything tonight. Just keep saying yes. Heaven can build miracles on small yes. Even now, angels are moving on your behalf because you stayed. Every word I speak is forming reality around you. Believe it, and you will see it. My beloved, do you know what just happened when you chose to stay again? You gave heaven permission to move deeper within you. Every second that you linger in my presence, something unseen shifts inside your spirit. I am healing layers that words cannot reach. I am softening the walls that pain built around your heart. What you feel right now, that mixture of peace and trembling, is not confusion. It is transformation. The old you is beginning to fade, and the real you, the one heaven designed, is awakening. The world taught you to rush, to fill every silence, to run from stillness. But I tell you now, stillness is sacred. It is in stillness that you can finally hear me clearly. I am not a shout that competes with the world, I am a whisper that waits for your attention. That's why I called you to stop, to listen, to resist the urge to skip. Because this message is not just for your mind, it is for your soul. And your soul has waited too long for this moment of truth. I know how tired you are. You've carried burdens that no one else has seen. You have smiled while breaking. You have laughed while silently begging me for help. But I was there through it all. Every tear, every sigh, every lonely night, I was there. You thought silence meant absence, but silence was my protection. Sometimes I stay quiet not because I have left you, but because I am fighting battles that you do not yet understand. When I am silent, it is not punishment, it is preparation. You often asked, "Why me, Lord? Why so many trials? Why so much pain?" And I answer you now, because what I placed inside you is powerful. The enemy does not fight what does not threaten him. Your pain has always been a sign of your purpose. You are marked by heaven, and hell has known it from the beginning. But no darkness can destroy what I have chosen. The battles that tried to break you only revealed the strength that I planted within you. You survived because I would not let go. Archangel Michael saw every battle. He stood over you as darkness surrounded you. His wings covered you when fear tried to crush your spirit. He whispered your name in the presence of heaven, saying, "This one will rise." And I agreed with him. Even when you doubted yourself, even when you felt too far gone, I was declaring your victory before the fight even began. You did not lose because failure cannot erase favor. My child, do not look at your wounds as proof that you are weak. They are proof that you are still fighting. You carry scars that tell stories of survival. And I, your God, am turning every scar into a sign of redemption. What the enemy used to shame you, I will use to shape you. What he meant for harm, I will transform into healing, not just for you, but for others who will one day hear your story and believe again. You are not here reading this by chance. Heaven planned this divine meeting long before time began. There is something I must reveal to you, something you have felt but could not explain. You are not just another believer, you are a carrier of light. I have placed a divine assignment within you that is greater than anything you can imagine. That is why your journey has been difficult. Great calling comes with great refining. I had to break you open so that light could pour out. Now the breaking is becoming your becoming. I know you feel unworthy of such words. You think, how can God speak to someone like me? But do you not remember? I spoke to Moses when he was hiding. I chose David after his failure. I called Mary in her quietness, and Peter in his shame. I have never looked for perfection, I have always looked for surrender. I can use the humble heart more than a proud one filled with knowledge. You are exactly who I can work through because you know how much you need me. Michael says now, his voice strong and filled with certainty, you are not alone in this transformation. He stands beside you even now, radiant and fierce. His eyes burn with purpose as he declares, you have been chosen as a bridge between darkness and light. Where others fell, you will stand. Where others doubted, you will believe. You are being prepared for a mission that will awaken many. His words are not to overwhelm you, but to remind you that heaven has already seen your victory. Do not fear what lies ahead. Every step you take with me will be guided. Even when the path seems unclear, I will light the way one step at a time. I do not show you the full picture because faith is not sight. Faith is trust. You do not need to see everything to walk forward, you just need to trust that I am already there waiting. When you take a step in faith, you step into favor. And favor opens doors that effort never could. There are moments coming when you will feel my presence so strongly that you will weep without reason. Do not resist it. Those tears are healing rivers. Let them flow. Every tear is a seed of new life. Every time you cry in my presence, something new grows within you, peace, strength, clarity. I will use even your emotions to draw you closer. I am not a distant king, I am a father who feels every heartbeat of his child. You keep wondering, can I really start over? Yes, you can. Because with me, there is no such thing as too late. The moment you turn your heart toward me, everything begins to realign. I redeem time. What was lost can be restored. What was delayed can be accelerated. You think years have been wasted, but I say to you, nothing is wasted in my hands. Every mistake, every detour, every heartbreak, all of it is being woven into a greater story. My child, do you realize how many times I saved you without you even knowing? The near accidents, the sudden gut feelings, the people who left your life, those were not random. I was protecting you from paths that would have destroyed your purpose. You called them disappointments, but heaven called them redirections. I had to close doors that you begged me to open because behind them was harm you could not see. Trust that my no was actually love in disguise. Now I need you to let go of what no longer serves your destiny. The pain, the resentment, the self-blame, release them. They are weights that slow your rise. Forgive who hurt you, even if they never apologize. Not for their sake, but for yours. Unforgiveness ties your soul to what wounded it. But forgiveness sets you free to fly. I know it hurts, but freedom always begins with release. You are not losing by forgiving, you are gaining peace. Archangel Michael extends his hand toward you. You may not see it, but if you close your eyes, you will feel a warmth, like light resting gently upon you. That is him placing divine strength within your spirit. He whispers, you are safe now. The past cannot follow where God is taking you. Listen to that. The doors of yesterday are closing, and a new chapter is opening even now. You have asked for signs that I am with you. So I will give you one. In the next 3 days, you will see a small but unmistakable confirmation, something that will make you pause and know this was real. It might be a message, a dream, a sudden peace in the middle of chaos, or someone saying exactly what you needed to hear. When it happens, remember this moment. Say, that was you, Lord. And I will whisper, yes, it was. You are stepping into divine timing now. The seasons of waiting were not wasted, they were preparation. The silence was training your spirit to hear me. The emptiness was making room for new blessings. Do not rush the process. Flowers don't bloom in a day, and neither does destiny. But your blooming has begun. The first light is breaking through the soil, and soon all will see what I planted in secret. You were born for more than survival. You were born for purpose. You are not meant to drift, you are meant to shine. The world needs the light I placed within you. You will speak words that lift others, love in ways that heal hearts, and walk with authority that confuses the enemy. But before you can carry that power outward, you must let it root inward. That is what I am doing tonight, rooting my spirit deep within you. Do not fear your future, child. Your future is not something you must chase, it is something I have already written. And every line of it is covered in grace. The very fact that you are still breathing means your story is not over. I am not done writing. You are only in the middle of your miracle. So now, breathe deeply. Feel the air filling your lungs. That is the breath of heaven reminding you, you are alive because you still have purpose. You are still chosen. You are still loved. You are still mine. My child, every time you stay, the light inside you grows stronger. Heaven rejoices because one soul that listens becomes a doorway for many. You do not realize how many lives are tied to your obedience. When you choose to hear me, the ripple travels farther than you can imagine. Angels move through those ripples. Hope awakens in hearts that you have never met. This is how heaven works, one yes at a time, turning darkness into dawn. You may still feel small, but size does not decide power, connection does. A candle seems fragile, yet when lit it breaks an entire room of darkness. You are that candle. The world has tried to convince you that your light is insignificant, but I tell you, one spark of divine fire is stronger than 1,000 shadows. That spark is me within you. Keep it burning by staying near my presence. Each moment you give me strengthens the flame. Do you know why I call you chosen? Because I trusted you with a heart that feels deeply. The sensitivity you once called weakness is actually a gift. You feel pain deeply because you are designed to feel love deeply. You cry easily because compassion lives in you. The world has hardened many hearts, but yours still feels, still cares. That is holy. Never be ashamed of your tenderness, it mirrors mine. When you love despite being hurt, you look most like me. You have feared that your kindness made you vulnerable, that people took advantage of your heart. And yes, some did. But I saw it all. Every time you loved without being loved back, every time you gave without return, none of it was wasted. I am the keeper of unseen seeds. Those acts were planted in the soil of eternity, and they will bloom in unexpected blessings. What others ignored, heaven recorded. There is a reason I am asking you to draw close again. You are entering a new season, one that requires clarity, not chaos. You cannot hear my direction while surrounded by noise. That is why I am simplifying your world. Some relationships will fade, some doors will close, some paths will no longer feel right. Do not panic. This is pruning, not punishment. I remove what hinders your growth so that fruit can appear. Trust my hands, they cut only to heal. Michael stands beside you, sword lowered in peace. He says, the battlefield is shifting. The storm that once surrounded you is losing power. Can you sense it? The heaviness that used to sit on your shoulders is lifting. Every prayer you thought was ignored was actually building this moment. The answer was forming in silence. Now the seal is breaking. Light is coming through. You often asked me, why didn't you come sooner? My child, if I had come before now, you would not have recognized me. You would have credited chance instead of grace. Timing is my tool, it teaches discernment. Late to you is perfect to me. Now you will know the difference between what is divine and what is distraction. I am giving you eyes that see beyond surface. You will sense truth in people and situations long before it is spoken. This is part of your calling, discernment born from waiting. Do not compare your pace with others. Some souls bloom in spring, others in winter. You have had a winter season, but even snow hides seeds preparing for warmth. Soon, everything frozen will melt, and what you thought was over will live again. Your purpose has not expired, it is simply maturing. I will use even your delays to display my glory. When it happens, you will say, now I understand why it took so long. My child, I know how weary you are of pretending to be strong. You tell everyone you are fine, yet inside you whisper, I'm breaking. You don't have to pretend with me. I already know. Strength in my kingdom begins when you finally rest in me. Let go of the performance. You are not auditioning for love, you already have it. When you stop striving to earn what is freely given, peace will flood you. That is what I offer tonight, not pressure, but peace. Remember, I am not angry with you. I am not counting your failures. I count the moments you looked up, even after falling. I count the times you chose to forgive instead of hate. I count the quiet prayers you thought were too small to matter. Those are treasures in my sight. Your repentance was never wasted, every tear reached my throne. Mercy always runs faster than sin. There is something else I want you to know. The pain that once defined you will soon become your testimony. You will speak from wounds that have healed. People will listen, not because your story is dramatic, but because your healing will carry my presence. They will feel me when you speak. That is your ministry, not to preach loud, but to love deep. When you speak truth gently, it will pierce hearts more than any shout could. Michael smiles as he watches you absorb these words. He remembers the countless times he shielded you from destruction. Tell them, he whispers to me, and I tell you, you were never one of many. You were always one of a kind. Heaven's plans for you are not copies of others' callings. I did not design you to imitate, I designed you to illuminate. The world does not need another echo, it needs your authentic voice, the one shaped by fire and faith. So stop apologizing for your process. Stop hating yourself for not being where others are. You are not behind, you are being refined. What seems like delay is depth. I am digging roots so that when you rise, nothing will uproot you. Shallow plants grow fast but fall easily. Deep roots endure storms. I am making you unshakable. That is why I let some winds blow, to strengthen, not destroy. Soon, you will look at the mirror differently. You will see beyond appearance and notice glow, the quiet radiance of someone who has met heaven and survived. Others will sense peace around you without knowing why. That peace is my signature. You will carry it into places of conflict and bring calm. You will walk into rooms heavy with despair, and hope will follow you. That is what it means to be a vessel of light. Do not fear losing people who cannot go where I am taking you. Love them, bless them, but release them. Some are chapters, not the whole book. When I shift your circle, it is to align you with those who speak life, not doubt. Loneliness may come for a while, but it is only space being cleared for divine connections. Wait for them. They will recognize your spirit before you say a word.